Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mascoutah High School. As tonight, it's the Jerseyville Panthers and the Mascoutah Indians. Welcome inside the MHS Gymnasium, everybody, as we say hello. Owen Dressler with you. As tonight, the Indians back on their home floor, looking for a victory as they take on their conference rivals and the Jersey Panthers. In a busy night in the Mississippi Valley Conference, Mega Nights across the region. And the final game of our Mega Night as the boys look to take down the Panthers. Indians come into tonight, bit of a hot stretch. 3 out of their last 4 they have won. And they come into the night overall with a record of 14-10. It's been a good year for the Indians. They have been good all year. They're looking to pick up another win tonight. If they can pick this one up, that'd be their 5th win in the conference. Jerseyville 0-7 in conference play. As the Panthers come into the night 8-16, and they've dropped 5 out of their last 7 conference games. It has not been a pretty sight to see lately for the Panthers, including their last 3 games in the MVC. Well, they've all been L's. So it has not been an easy road for the Panthers so far this year. And it has just been tough. But the Indians have not. But the Indians, though, despite their hot streak lately, they have not been completely infallible. As the Indians' offense has not seen a ton of bright spots. Corey Harris, Jada McCoo, Matthew Smith have all struggled lately. And to say struggled isn't necessarily to say awful. They've still been productive. But the numbers they were putting up earlier in the year certainly not the standard which the Indians have seen as of late offensively. But young players, Mattis Fern, who put up a big night last Friday against Waterloo and had another good night the last couple of nights. He has been a strong performer. Gerald Crumble continues to show promise. And this Indians team still playing decent basketball, trying to pick things up as they move along in their season. Big crowds filing in on a Mega Night Friday night. Should be an exciting one here in Mascoutah as we get things moving. About 10 minutes to go until we tip things off, the Indians and the Panthers. You're watching the Indians pregame show on the Indian Sports Network. It is presented by Joe's Pizza and Pasta.
New to Mascoutah but open since 1972, Joe's Pizza has plenty to offer. No matter what you're in the mood for, Joe's Pizza has a variety of options for you. Check out their handmade pizzas, pastas, subs, salads, and wings located at 215 East Main in Mascoutah. Along with their delicious food, Joe's has friendly workers, a clean and safe environment, and fast and efficient service. Don't just take our word for it, look at many reviews left by members of our own community. Available for delivery or carryout. Joe's Pizza, where every bite feels like home.
Back here at the pregame show is the Indians and the Panthers. Keep getting ready to go. Big night tonight here in the MHS Gymnasium. It is a mega night as the Indians and the Panthers excited to square off tonight in what is sure to be a fun and exciting basketball game. Glad to have you aboard. Glad to have you aboard tonight, Panthers and the Tribe. Take a look at the stats here for these two teams. The Indians come into tonight 42.8% field goal percentage. They've been good from the floor. They come in shooting the three-pointer very well, 33%, and a 66% number at the free throw line. Now, comparatively, the Panthers, very comparative from the floor, 42%. Where they fall off against the Indians, 28.7% at the three-point line. So, you look at those two numbers, 33% Indians, 28%, and that's kind of where you start to see the differential in the Panthers season. The Panthers, for one, they don't shoot the three-pointer nearly as much as the Indians do, and two, they are making them at a lesser number. Free throw wise as well, the Indians about 5% better than the Panthers. In terms of the turnover game, the Indians, well, we know that they have been good in the turnover game this year, 8.8 per game, not a bad number. The Panthers a little bit higher, 9.1 turnovers per game, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see who wins the turnover game. We'll see who wins the turnover game tonight. But certainly the Panthers have that higher number so far this year. The Indians come into tonight averaging 54.7 points per game. And they have allowing 50. And the Panthers, they themselves, points per game, 48. And they're allowing 54. So those numbers certainly do stack up to favor the Indians. In the conference, though, for the Indians, both numbers go down for the Indians. Their offense stagnates, but their defense gets better as well. 52 points per game, averaging 41-49 allowed. The Panthers, on the other end, both numbers go bad in both directions. 40 points per game for the Panthers. In conference, and they're allowing their conference opponents to score nearly 60 points a game. Yeah. So it's a big night in the MVC, as I mentioned. Triad visits Highland tonight. That is a big game for conference title implications. Massive game going down in Highland tonight, as the 6-1 conference Highland takes on the 5-2 in conference Knights. Yes, a massive, massive game in the conference down in Highland tonight. Meanwhile, Civic Memorial, who is 2-5 of the conference, meets Waterloo. That's a big game for the Indians, because if Waterloo loses and the Indians win, that puts the Indians in sole possession of third place in the conference. Jerseyville, by the way, is 0-7 in conference play. We're going to step aside. We'll be back one final time of the pregame show. Indians basketball presented by Joe. Final time of the Indian pregame show. The Indians and the Panthers tonight getting set to go from Mascoutah High School. The Indians 14-10. The Panthers 8-16. What is sure to be a good night tonight. The Panthers come in. Leading scorer for them is jersey number 3, Jackson Brunau. 14.7 points per game. And the Indians on the other hand, it is Jada McCoo. 17 points a game for him. We'll see what he can do tonight. Gonna be a big one tonight. The Panthers, the Indians. It's gonna be a fun one. We're looking forward to it. Other notable players for the Panthers tonight, jersey number 10, J.P. Fogel. Is a big one, 10 points per game. Also keep out a lookout for Abe Cribbs. He wears jersey number 13. Should be a fun one tonight. Looking forward to it. Always fun when we get a game in the MVC, one of the best conferences in the Metro East. Big crowd tonight. Should be fun, a lot of energy hopefully a lot of energy gonna be coming out of this building tonight. A lot of Jersey fans have made the trip down here. Indians are filling up the bleachers like they almost always do on a Mega Night Friday. Should be a good one. That's gonna wrap it up. Pre-game show concludes. Tip-off is coming next. This is the Indians Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mascoutah High School in tonight's varsity basketball game between the Panthers of Jersey and your Mascoutah Indians. At this time, we'd like to stand for the presentation of the colors and for the playing of the national anthem. Presenting the colors of the MHS ROTC, led by Cadet Alana Van Pelton, and under the direction of Chief Shipman. Playing the national anthem will be the MHS band under the direction of Kyle Mascoutah. that guard is 6'6" senior, number 13, Dave Griff. Head coach of the Panthers, Mr. Matt Murphy.
Here we go, the Indians and the Panthers tonight. And the opening tip belongs to the Indians, and we are underway. The Tribal Panthers get ready to go. Corey Harris bringing it up over the timeline. He gets it over to Jaden McCoo. They get it to Matthew Smith underneath. Mattis Fern, left wing, 3-ball off the rip, doesn't go. Ball is loose, it's kept alive, and it goes off of Matthew Smith at about. The stop for the Panthers off the first play of the night. And here come the Jerseyville Panthers. Back the other way, up the floor. It is Shane Lamer. Gets it over to Jackson Brunau. Brunau spins, looks underneath, finds Andrew Kinnage. And Kinnage is knocked to the deck. And he is fouled.
Indian foul by number 13, Matthew Smith, his first.
Foul called on Smith. Kinnage to the line.
Number 1, John Paul Vogel, shooting 2.
Excuse me, that's J.P. Vogel at the line. J.P. Vogel wearing jersey number 1. I apologize. Vogel makes the first free throw. And the second one, no good, back of the rim. So Vogel and the Panthers up to the early 1-0 lead. Here's McCoo gonna swing it left side for Harris. Harris down low, gets it McCoo. Jumper, no good, it came out. Rebound for Jackson Brunau up the floor. Brunau swings it left side off the hands and into the hands of Mattis Fern. It went off of Andrew Koenig. They get it underneath, coming up the floor with it is Fern out to Hollins from the corner, doesn't go. Ball comes loose, nearly out of bounds, kept in by Vogel. Coming up the floor, Brunau. Gonna give it back for Abe Cribbs. Cribbs over the timeline, looking around, trying to find somewhere to go, gets it over to Vogel. Cribbs has it left wing, looking for help. Dishes it off for Koenig. Koenig gonna get it out for Hunter Herkert. Herkert kicks it back out. Three-pointer for Brunau is good. And the Panthers up 4-0. Here comes Corey Harris between the circles, gives it over to Stephen Hollins. Hollins gets it to Smith, left corner three, airballed over the rim. Vogel on the, Koenig on the rebound. Brunau on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Vogel going down the floor. And Indiana will have a baseline to bounce, trailing 4-0. 6:10 to go, we're in the first. Up the floor, it's Corey Harris, left side. Harris gets it, swings it, looks inside for Smith. Goes up one-handed, missed it. And now down the floor, Brunau coming up the floor. Brunau over the timeline, looks underneath, finds Herkert. Herkert swings it over to Koenig. Koenig dribbling down low, gets it back into Vogel. Koenig now back right wing. Picks it, throws it, lobs it back out for Brunau on the logo. Kicks it back, trying to drive is Cribbs. Gives it across for Herkert, now a drive in. Koenig over to Herkert. Dribbling back left side, swings it back over to Brunau, top of the circle. Rolling off a screen from Vogel. Vogel to the basket, but instead it's going to be a block away by Smith. Into the hands, though, of Vogel. And J.P. Vogel puts it in for two, and the Panthers a 6-0 start of the game. Underneath, here's Corey Harris. A beat from McCoo. And the Indians are on the board here, 6-2, as Harris cut underneath and was found by McCoo. Indians moving up the other way. Here is J.P. Vogel, gets it in, goes up and in. And the Panthers out to an 8-2 lead. And that's gonna... And that's gonna do it. The Indians take a timeout. 4:34 to go in the first. It's 8-2. Indians basketball, this presented by Betty Ann Market. Betty Ann Market's been a fixture of the Mascoutah community and a proud supporter of Indian athletics for 4 generations. They are your hometown full-service grocer, working hard currently to expand their store and continue to meet your hometown needs. Come by, check out the progress of their in-store renovations. Visit in-store 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. or visit BettyAmMarket.com. 4:34 to go. As Mattis Fern has it left wing, kicks it over to Jarrell Crumble. Crumble over to Corey Harris. Harris looks inside, Matthew Smith, who can't get the put in. And the rebound belongs to the Panthers and Jackson Brunau. Brunau coming up the floor. Gets it in, Vogel trying to get into the lane, kicks it back out. Koenig has to kick it out again, now gets it back on the right wing. Andrew Koenig has it, stolen away, Mattis Fern. Fern to McCoo, McCoo up and in! Jaden McCoo with a nice move going up and in. The Indians score there, 2 for McCoo. It's 8-4. Top of the basket, Brunau. Brunau over the head of Vogel, and Vogel got his hands up in the face area of Jarrell Crumble, and he will... And Stephen Hollins enters into the game, so a foul there for J.P. Vogel. Jaden McCoo gets it back. Matthew Smith, left wing three. Matthew Smith! A three ball, and the Indians up one, 8-7. Panthers get it in for Abe Cribbs. Now here's Brunau coming up the floor, looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Dishes it off for Vogel, throws it into the hands of McCoo, and Jaden McCoo up and lays it in. And the Indians their first lead of the night, 9-8, 3:12 to go in the first. Here come the Panthers here. Aiden Kendall just into the game for the Panthers. Gives it over for Abe Cribbs. Cribbs looks for Vogel down low underneath. Vogel spins into the lane. He goes, now kicks it out. And now it's back over to Brunau, top of the key. Vogel hands it off, gonna set a screen. Vogel, top of the key jumper. He knocks it down. Panthers on top by 1, 10-9. Indians moving back the other way. Stephen Hollins has it left side of the wing. Hollins back to McCoo on the right wing. Harris takes it down low in the corner. Going to go baseline drive, up and in. Nice work there by Corey Harris. Here's Brunau. Coming up the floor, gets around McCoo, gonna go pull up three. Bricked it off the back of the rim. And now McCoo gonna get it ahead, gets it to Harris. Oh, what a move! Corey Harris! Using every bit of that particle. Going around the world and putting it in. On the other end, a three-pointer will go for Jackson Brunau. Indians on the other end, and a quick three off by Mattis Fern. He airballed it. 13-12 Indians lead. Here's Vogel. He'll draw a foul, trying to pass off a basket.
Number 13, Matthew Smith.
They'll call it on Matthew Smith, his first. His second, team second for the Indians. So Smith has two. Indians up 1 with 1:25 to go in the first.
Substitution number 5,
Terrell Crumble into the game for Mattis Fern. Lob this one into Abe Cribbs. And now they'll go up and in for Jackson Brunau here. Brunau underneath the basket was open. He gets the bucket. McCoo gonna drive it here. Now back to Crumble. Crumble trying to go through the lane. He'll draw a foul. It'll be Abe Cribbs who will be guilty. Crumble gonna go to the free throw line. Crumble just 44% of the line this year. He makes his first to tie the score. Minute 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Crumble's second free throw is short. Corey Harris though able to get the offensive rebound. Stephen Hollins gets it now over to Mattis Fern. Here's Harris on the left wing, gets it, goes back out. Now McCoo, top of the circle, trying to drive, throws it off the knee. Oh, and they're gonna say a kick from Aiden Kendall. Crumble looking, finds McCoo underneath off the inbound, and Jaden McCoo puts it right in. And the Indians, after being down 6-2, lead 16-14. It's a 14-12 run. Here's JP Vogel. Out to Abe Cribbs. Cribbs with McCoo right on him, nowhere to go. Finds Kendall though. Kendall at the second half gets it back out to Cribbs. 23 seconds to go in the first. They get it to Vogel, top of the key. And now Cribbs gonna find Vogel. Come to the basket, knocked away by Mattis Fern. Fern gets it to McCoo. McCoo going in, and in transition, Jaden McCoo picks up a beautiful bucket. Indians by 4. 3 seconds to go in a quarter. They get it to Brunel's ball at the buzzer off the back of the iron, and we are through one in Mascoutah. The Indians up 18-14. You're watching Indian basketball on the Indian Sports Network, presented by New Energy Fitness.
You don't need to compromise to lift for a great price. Just go to the gym. New Energy Fitness is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work privately or sign up for one of the many available classes. So swipe your membership card and head right on in. And with an amazing atmosphere and community, you'll feel right at home. So for great prices, equipment, and everything else, head to 602 West Main Street. Apply now at newenergyfit.com or call 618-448-0331.
Second quarter, the Indians ahead by 4, 18-14. Ready to go here is the Tribe with the lead. Panthers have the ball coming out of the break. And in comes Aiden Kendall. Kendall looking across, kicks it out. That ball is no good from Cribbs. Cribbs gets it. Now here's McCoo coming up over the timeline. Gets it across, finds Brunel. Finds Harris. Excuse me, Indian ball. Looking at the wrong roster. Here's Hollins. That doesn't go from a jumper from downtown. Bringing it back up the floor. Abe Cribbs for the Panthers. Looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Finds Hunter Herkert. Now gets it out to J.P. Vogel. Vogel kicks it. Now Cribbs. Gonna take it, trying to go all the way. He goes up and puts it in. Abe Cribbs able to get that one. Here's McCoo now the other way for the Indians. McCoo gonna give it over to Harris. Harris swings it around. Hollins wide open right wing three. Stephen Hollins makes it in. And the Indians up by 5, 21-16. Indians come up the floor, moving along the timeline. It's Hunter Herkert gets it up for Brunel. Brunel will draw a foul, driving over to the right side. Jada McCoo going to be guilty. Aiden Kendall will inbound the ball in front of the Indian bench, gets it into Vogel, nearly lost it. He's trapped in a corner, finds Brunel just over on the near side in front of the scorer's table. He now dribbles to the left side to get off a screen set by Vogel. Down into the far corner. A lot of help from Andrew Koenig, finds Cribbs. They get it out. Kendall, three ball left wing, doesn't go. Rebound Vogel, spins into the lane, misses a short layup. Here is McCoo, back to the way, gets to the Fern, pulls up for three, doesn't go off the backboard. Rebound for Vogel, goes over to Brunel, up the floor the Panthers come. Swings it across. Kendall, looking for help, finds Cribbs. They get it down low, Koenig. Down into the lane, gonna spin through the lane, doesn't go. The rebound belonged to Mattis Fern. Fern up the floor, here's Hollins. Hollins into the lane, lost the handle. Tipped away, taken away Cribbs. Cribbs trying to go coast to coast, tough to kick it back out. Brunel for three, doesn't go. And the rebound, Stephen Hollins, and the Indians slow things down a bit as they come back up the floor. McCoo going to, Harris going to the lane, he puts it in. It's a 7-point game with 5:08 to go in the second. Ball coming up, here's Vogel. Vogel trying to drive in, nowhere to go. We have a foul as he was trying to pass it over to Cribbs.
Number 3, Corey Harris.
They'll call the foul on Harris. Carlo Garcia into the game for the Indians. He'll take out Mattis Fern. Brunau in the corner. Kicks it back out wide open. 3 for Koenig. Doesn't go, and the rebound is Crumbles. Crumble up the floor, gives it over to McCoo. McCoo swings it across for Harris. Harris to Hollins, left corner 3. Doesn't go, back of the rim. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and they say it's off Harris. It was Harris and Brunau right there, and they say Harris the one that took care of it. Jackson Brunau gonna bring it up the floor. Send it across for Herkert. Herkert over the timeline. Gets it in. Brunau gonna go across. Back out. Herkert. 3-ball left wing. Short. Front rim. Harris the rebound for the Indians coming back. Between the legs. Gonna go up and float one. And another nice move by Harris. And we're gonna get a timeout taken by the Panthers. 4:16 to play in the second. Indians basketball is brought to you by Dauber's Pharmacy. Purple Pride is not something that Dauber's Pharmacy supports because they practically invented the idea way back in the state football championship days. From purple sidewalks to always being there for the community, Dauber Pharmacy prides itself on taking care of our town for multiple generations. Prescriptions, general health, and of course the hallmark Gold Crown store. Daubers remains committed to Indians athletics and the city of Mascoutah. There's always something new as they continue to improve their service for us, their neighbors and friends. Stop in at 16 East Main Street or visit them online at dauberpharmacy.com. .4:16 to go in the second. The Indians on top 25-16. Panthers ball coming in. They find Abe Cribbs coming down the lane, but Corey Harris knocks it away from behind and knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers, but Corey Harris stops a breakaway. Brunau to inbound to Vogel. Hands it off for Brunau, who misses on the jumper. And then the Indians can't control the inbound pass, can't control the rebound. Going back, and it's knocked out of bounds. Panthers get it inbound. Ball is going to go for JP Vogel. Indians the other way, 25-18. 3:53 to play. Crumble over to Hollins on the left side of the rim. Hollins will take it over to McCoo. McCoo to Harris. Here's McCoo from 3. Jaden McCoo! A big time 3, and the Indians lead by 10. Brunau has it. Panthers down 10 here with 3:27 left. Brunau's got it. Big nice job there by McCoo. Gonna get it back. They swing it across. Drive in by Koenig. He doesn't have an angle, and it's gonna get knocked out there by Harris. Ball gets knocked away, picked up here by Corey Harris. Coming up the floor and nearly losing it. And that ball is knocked away. Gonna have a foul called on Carlo Garcia, his third. Brunel gets it in for Hunter Herkert. Herkert swings it back in. Here's Cribbs trying to go to the lane. Koenig has to get it into Vogel, top of the key. He turns, looking around, goes, taps it in as he works his way to the lane. 28-20 with 2:43 to go in the half. As we at 8 o'clock here in Mascoutah. Here's Corey Harris from the corner, gets it out to Stephen Hollins. Crumble going to give it to McCoo back in the backcourt. McCoo over to Harris, left wing three. Corey Harris buries the triple. And the Indians lead 31-20, 2:19 to play. First half. Abe Cribbs coming up the floor, swings it right side for Andrew Koenig. Koenig gets it over to Vogel. Vogel now looking to drive, kicks it back out. Now Brunel has it. Brunel trying to direct traffic with his right hand. Now he gets it back, gonna throw up the deep contested three, in and out, and the rebound, Stephen Hollins. 1:47 to go in the first half. Here's Mattis Fern. Fern gonna go over to Hollins. Hollins, deep three, doesn't go. And the rebound is Herkert. He gets it over to Cribbs, who's gonna bring it up the floor. 90 seconds to go in the half. Herkert kicks it. Brunel, deep three. Oh, he got it. Deep three there from Brunel, and it's an 8-point game, 31-23, with 1:12 to play. Mattis Fern gonna come up the floor. Here's Harris, spins through the lane, gonna dump one up and in. Nice work there, mid-move by Harris. They lead by 10. Harris has 15 here so far tonight. Brunel looking across, gets it back over to Cribbs. Vogel takes it to the top of the key, into the lane, spins, moving, knifes his way, and he goes one way, then the other, then back again, and he puts it in. 33-25. 32 seconds to go. The Indians get it to McCoo. It's knocked away by Vogel as he tried to get into the layup, but turned back away as Hollins picks the pocket of Koenig and then takes it coast to coast where he draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Number 13, the Panthers with the foul. Abe Cribbs, that's his second, team first of the line to shoot.
19 seconds to go in the half. The Indians by 8. Hollins at the line. He is a 65% free throw shooter. He's only got 3 points. He's made one three-pointer tonight. He misses on his first free throw. Second free throw from Hollins, no good. Vogel gonna come up the floor, gives it over to Hunter Herkert. Herkert gonna get across the timeline, 11 seconds to go. Herkert for Vogel. Vogel, 8 seconds. Toughs one up, off the glass, no good. McCoo trying to get down the lane with enough time to score, has it stripped, and that'll do it for the first half. We've reached the half in Mascoutah. The Indians lead the Panthers 33-25. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half. ready to start the second half here in Mascoutah as the Indians lead the Panthers 30.
Substitution number 2, Aiden Kinley checks in for the Panthers. He replaces Andrew Keeney.
Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We had technical difficulties. We lost our sound there for just a minute. 35-26 is the score. Make it 27 as the Panthers make 2 free throws. Corey Harris will miss the basket. Ball is loose on the floor. Jada McCoo gets it back for the Indians here. Harris has it now between the circles over to McCoo. McCoo gonna have it. It's gonna get stuck loose of a wedgie. Coming back up the floor, here's McCoo, and Jada McCoo comes back and puts it in. 37-27. Up the floor, here is Bruna. Here is Cribbs. Cribbs spins. Gets it over to Jackson Brunau. Hunter Herkert has it, and I just realized I don't know exactly how long I didn't have audio, but I just happened to notice it. Jerseyville takes a timeout, so if I haven't had audio for several minutes, I apologize. That is completely on me for not picking up on that. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for that. 3:44 to go in the third quarter, so I'll give you a little bit of a reset. Indians up 37-27. 3:44 to go. We're in the third quarter. Corey Harris leads the Indians. Corey Harris and Jada McCoo with 15 points each for the Indians. Jackson Brunau with 12. J.P. Vogel with 11 for the Panthers. Those are your leading scorers so far tonight. Indians trying to pick up their fourth out of five victories and pick up their 15th win of the year and their 5th conference win of the year. Nice job there by Jackson Brunau to keep that ball off the floor. Ball gets loose. The ball gets knocked way back in the air, and it's in the hands of Jada McCoo over to Corey Harris. And a little bizarre action there, but the Indians cash in. Coming up the floor, Herkert spinning around, gets it to Vogel down to the corner. Vogel looks inside, Stephen Holland's here. And this one's gonna get put away. So J.P. Vogel, now the Indians get it. Crumble's gonna go to the lane and go down the floor and score. The Indians up 41-29, 2:54 to go in the third. J.P. Vogel up the floor. Down the lane, they throw it, and and there's a foul called. They'll call that on Crumble. Third foul on the Indians here in the third quarter. Ball gets stolen away by McCoo off the inbound. And the ball is knocked out of bounds because McCoo takes it to the basket. It goes out of bounds. The Indians will take it baseline underneath the Panther basket. They're going to lob it back out for Matthew Smith. Smith cooks underneath for McCoo. McCoo, baseline, trying to throw it up, and he lost it. Andrew Koenig coming up the floor. Koenig's going to the right. We're going to get a blocking foul on Corey Harris. Third foul tonight on Harris, 4th of the quarter for the Indians. And now here comes J.P. Vogel, cuts to the lane off the inbound out of bounds. And he gets it. Corey Harris coming back the other way. It's going to charge into Jackson Brunau. And that's the 5th foul of the quarter for the Indians. Bonus Panthers. That's the 5th foul of the quarter. The Panthers should be shooting here. Panthers should be shooting. Don't know why they weren't. That's a mistake by the refs. Nevertheless, though, J.P. Vogel spinning into the lane. It's stolen away by Stephen Hollins. Hollins down the floor. Gonna kick it over to Harris. Down over in the right wing. Harris over to Hollins. Hollins will send it across. Now out to Hollins, three-pointer, and Stephen Hollins knocks it through. And the Indians up by 13, 44-31. A minute 31 to go in the third quarter. Vogel gonna kick it over for Andrew Koenig. Koenig sends it back across for Aiden Kendall. Kendall for Vogel, left corner. Kendall moving now back over to the right side, gonna try and spin one off the glass, and it comes all the way around the rim and then pops out. Up the floor to Corey Harris. Harris swings it across for Hollins. Hollins again from three. Stephen Hollins starting to get hot from three. And the Indians up by 16 now, 47-31. J.P. Vogel trying to find a cutting Kendall. Now it's going to go the other way. McCoo getting it from Harris. Jaden McCoo, 15-footer good. And the Indians keep on adding on. 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And we're going to get a foul called against Crumble. And Andrew Koenig will go to the free throw line for two because of the bonus. Panthers have only have one foul in the quarter. Koenig's first free throw is good. Second free throw here from Koenig. He knocks it through cleanly. It's 49-39 with 49-33 with 30 seconds to play. Corey Harris coming up over the timeline. He comes. Harris has it behind his back, now trying to find somewhere to go with it. Harris looking around. Now going down the lane, gonna go up, and he lost the handle. Now coming back the other way with it, and floating it up, missing it. And now finding Stephen Hollins. Hollins a fadeaway three at the buzzer, no good. And that's gonna end the third quarter. So we've hit the end of three. The Indians lead the Panthers 49-33. Final quarter coming up. This is the Indian Sports Network.
From the auditorium, where we show the passion and hard work of our students, to the classrooms, where our faculty dedicate themselves to shaping the next generation of scientists and engineers. From the weight room, where we inspire our students to be a better version of themselves, to the courts and fields where history is made and memories are saved. From representing our school to just being a part of the community, we are Mascoutah, the high school of choice.
ready to go. Ready to go for the final quarter of this game. As the Indians and the Panthers get ready to go. Panthers open up with the basketball. Herkert has it, trying to find Brunel in the left wing. Brunel gonna go to the left wing, gonna take a three ball, and he's got it. Left wing three good for Brunel. The Panthers cut a little closer, 49-36 with 7:32 to go. The Panthers not out of the game yet. They get it over to Mattis Fern. Here's Fern now again for McCoo. Back to McCoo now between the circles. He goes. He gets it out for Matthew Smith, who misses the three. Brunel sends it ahead for Vogel. Vogel has it on the left wing. Gonna kick it over to Brunel. Looks into Vogel again. No look pass to Herkert. Right corner three doesn't go. That's Cribbs, excuse me. Here's McCoo bringing it back up after rebounding on a missed three. McCoo into the lane, gonna give it over to Harris. Harris, left wing three, doesn't go, ball's loose, and Cribbs gets the rebound there. Cribbs has it at the Indian Head logo. He gives it over to Vogel. Vogel kicks it up, and now Vogel has it. Dishes it back out for Brunel. Brunel over to Kendall. Kendall into Vogel. It's stolen away by Harris. Harris splits defenders, goes up, gets the foul, goes flying into the wall, and he'll go to the free throw line with 6:22 to go. Brunel guilty of the foul. Corey Harris to the free throw line to shoot two. First one is short. 6:22 to go in the fourth. Indians ahead by 13. Harris's second free throw is good, and the Indians have hit 50. 50-36, 14-point lead. 6:17 to play. Herkert gets it over the timeline for the Panthers. Vogel gives it back to Herkert now. They look inside, there's Cribbs, hands it off. Jumper here from Brunel, short. Rebound is loose, ball gets up in the air, and a foul is called. It'll stay with the Panthers. It'll be Stephen Hollins guilty of the foul there for the Tribe. First of the night for Hollins. Indians guilty of their first. It is a baseline foul, or a foul on the floor, so the Panthers will not shoot. There was some confusion. The ball was in the air, but it was in the air because it was being fought for and knocked around. Here's Brunel from the right side. Jumper inside the arc, and it's good. 50-38, the Indians on top. Here's Hollins going to take it to the basket. He draws a foul. They're going to say Hunter Herkert guilty of the foul there. Two shots coming for Stephen Hollins. 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Hollins misses his first. .545 to play. We're in the fourth. Second free throw is good for Hollins. JP Vogel gonna give it back. Brunel. 51-38. Brunel gives it over to Vogel. Vogel gonna take it to the basket, trying to reverse it, and a hand on it there for Matthew Smith. Gets it ahead and tipped off the hand of Hollins and back into the hands of Brunau, and the Panthers come back the other way. Brunau again with a jumper, no good. Cribbs gets the rebound. Ball is loose. Herkirk goes up, blocked and deflected by Fern. Fern to McCoo. McCoo through the lane. Jada McCoo takes it back, and the Indians continue. That's 20 now for McCoo. Excuse me, it's 19 for McCoo. Here's Brunau. And he gets fouled. That'll be 4 on Corey Harris.
Number 3, Corey Harris of Mascoutah with his fourth personal, 17 foul.
Ball comes down. Here's Brunau looking underneath, spinning around. Vogel with a fadeaway. Doesn't go. Mattis Fern coming up the floor. Here's Fern, 1-3. And Mattis Fern knocks it down. Mattis Fern knocking one down from 3. That's his first points of the night. And it's 56-38 Mascoutah. It's an 18-point lead for the Tribe. 4:15 to go, fourth quarter. Ball is sent across left side, Hunter Herkirk. Herkirk gives it back over to Cribbs. Cribbs gonna go, floats one into the lane and good.
Dave Cribbs with the bucket. Timeout, full timeout, Colorado Panthers.
Panthers take a full timeout. And we will Indians basketball is presented by Oakville Equipment. Oakville Equipment is your go-to destination for premium outdoor power solutions. Sales and service for top brands such as Kubota, Argo, Steel, Skag, and Napa Auto Parts. They have you covered. Owned and operated by Mascoutah resident John Wolf. Contact Oakville Equipment for your outdoor power needs for construction, the farm, or just having some fun the weekend. Visit OakvilleEquipment.com. .402 to go, fourth quarter. Indians ahead 16, 56-40. 4:02 to go here in the fourth. Jada McCoo gonna take it baseline out of bounds for the Indians here. Corey Harris up the floor, he goes. Nearly had it picked away by Aiden Kendall. He's got to pick it up, pivoting on his left foot. Gets it though to Jada McCoo, gets it back to Harris. Harris trying to drive, gives it over to Hollins, front of the corner, back to Hollins. Hollins, Harris, Hollins. Hollins, bounce pass back for Harris. Harris kicks it to the corner for McCoo. 3-ball doesn't go. The rebound is going to be loose, and it's Hollins who ends up with it. Back out to Harris. Indians down to 3:22 to play. McCoo. Bounce pass over to Fern. Fern back to McCoo. McCoo over to Harris. Harris gives it over to McCoo. McCoo to Fern. Corner 3 doesn't go. And the ball is loose, but the Panthers come up with a rebound. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Here's Brunau. Brunau kicks it back across. They give it over to Kendall. Kendall looking around, finds Brunau left wing. 2:47 to go in the fourth. Ball's knocked away. Here's Hollins coming up the floor with speed. Hollins finds Fern underneath, but it's knocked away. And out of bounds. Indians will have it at the baseline. Fumble. Here's Harris. Harris right wing. Over to McCoo. McCoo into the lane. McCoo puts it in. Jada McCoo over 20 points now. He's got 21. Aiden Kendall going to get it out for Cribbs. Cribbs spinning through the lane, gets it to Vogel. Vogel back out. Brunel, deep three, is left short. Rebound for Fern, gives it right to Harris. Under 2 minutes to play with a minute 52 to go. 58-40. McCoo to the corner. Stephen Hollins, no. Rebound for Brunel. Coming back the other way. Minute 41 to go. Cribbs over to Kendall. Kendall back to Cribbs. Cribbs kicks it back out for Hunter Herkert. Herkert to Kendall. Kendall drives, going to the lane, deflected away by Matthew Smith. Here is Harris, and Corey Harris will put this basket in. And they'll blow the whistle for mass subs. So mass subs on both sides here. Coming up the floor with it'll be Andrew Johnson. He'll give it over to Sincere Carter. Carter gives it over to Carter Kalal. Gives it back to Sincere Carter, who throws it away into the hands of TJ Perkins. Perkins trying to drive down the lane, kicks it over to the corner. Right corner three doesn't go. We're gonna get a foul on Caden Fern. Indians on top 60-40. Under a minute to play, the Indians will pick up their 15th win of the year in a blowout win. Here's a drive and a miss by Shane Lamar. And then a score for Carter Kalal on the putback. TJ Perkins down to the baseline, out to Carter Garcia. Here's a three coming. Michael King, back of the iron, no good. Ball's gonna come up for Andrew Johnson. 21 seconds left. Johnson looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Gives it to Sincere Carter. Now back over for Shane Lamer. Lamer gets it. Dribbling back into the middle. Here's a three from Sincere Carter. Brick to no good. Carter gets the rebound. He's going to get fouled. It'll stay with the Panthers. It'll stay with the Panthers. With 2 seconds to go, the Indians will take home the victory tonight. He'll go to the free throw line, though, and shoot two. First free throw was no good. Sincere Carter's second free throw is good. The Indians will just dribble this thing out, and that will do it. The Indians take home the victory tonight. A blowout of the Jerseyville Panthers, a final score of 60-43. The Indians pick up their 5th win in the conference. They're 5-3 in conference action, and their 15th win of the year. They move to 15-10. We thank everybody who tuned in tonight to join us for the Indians basketball. Again, your final score, the Indians 60, the Panthers 43. For everyone here at Mascoutah High School, the athletic department, Owen Dressler saying good night from Mascoutah High School.